Okay, so before you think, oh great, he's doing another haul. One, I have not done a haul in about 2 months now, so yeah. And two, I have some very interesting and different books here in this haul, so you might want to keep watching. First, I went to Ollie's and I picked up a couple books that I saw the last time I was there, but just didn't pick up. First one is Vampire Academy. This is the first book, and this is the signature edition hardcover. This book was originally printed in paperback, and then they reprinted it in this signature hardcover edition. Hopefully they reprint books 2 and 3 in these as well, because I'd like to have all the books in hardcover. Normally I'm not a big fan of all these vampires that are taking over the YA genre. However, I've heard some really great things about this series, so looking forward to reading it. And also I went ahead and picked up Spirit Bound. This is the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series. I don't have the other books between book 1 and this. It was only $2.99. This was only $2.99 as well. I thought I might as well just go ahead and get it for $2.99 while I still can. Next up, I went to Barnes & Noble and picked up a couple books from the Goosebumps series. You guys know that I've always been a huge Goosebumps fan, so I don't think I have to explain myself for buying these. This is R.L. Stine's newest Goosebumps series. It's called Goosebumps Hall of Horrors. This is the 5th book. It's called Don't Scream. And this is the 6th book, and it's called The Birthday Party of No Return. And also while I was at Barnes & Noble, I picked up Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is the Barnes & Noble Leatherbound Classics edition. This is actually one of the first Barnes & Noble Leatherbound books I've ever bought, and they are absolutely stunning. They have these raised bumps here on the spine, and the whole book is just absolutely beautiful. It's got the marble end papers there, the ribbon bookmarker, and it's amazing, and it was only $12, so it's a really good deal. Then I ran across the most amazing garage sale in the history of garage sales. They had a bunch of old books there. I mean, 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s. It was amazing. I picked up The Bobbsey Twins and the Country by Laura Lee Hope. They were selling this for, I think, only $1, and it's missing the dust jacket, but no big deal because the rest of the book is in really good condition. I mean, the pages here are dirty and they're yellowing out, but really no big deal. The rest of the book is just fine. There's no pages that are falling out. It's in great shape. I love mysteries from the early 1900s on up, and The Bobbsey Twins is one of those really popular children's mystery book series, kind of like Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. I believe this copy was printed in the 50s, so it's a pretty old book. Then I picked up The Lady of the Lake by Sir Walter Scott. This is an anthology of some of his classic poems, and this is a beautiful book. I want to give you a closer look here. It's got some really elaborate designs here on the cover, and then on the spine here it's kind of rubbed off, but there's some gold writing right here, and then some more designs here on the spine. And there isn't a specific date on the copyright page, however it was printed in the late 1800s, so it's a pretty old book and it is in fantastic condition, and I'm so happy to have it. It was only $4 and I couldn't pass that up. Then I also picked up The Masquerade Mystery by L.A. Wadsworth, and this was printed in 1943 and it was only $1 again. It is missing the dust jacket like the Bobbsey Twins book, however it's still in really great condition other than just some wear to the cover. And out of all of them that I picked up, this one was probably my favorite, and that is The Mystery of Metropolisville by Edward Eggleston. This one was printed in 1883 and it is again in fantastic condition, and they only sold it to me for $4. I love the classy illustrations in this book. They're really great, and I love just the simple designs here on the cover and then the spine with the gold writing. It just looks really nice on a shelf. And then the last book I picked up at the yard sale was The Treasure of Pleasant Valley by Frank Yerby. This is a book club edition, and I normally don't buy those because they don't hold up as well, they're not worth as much, and they're not as nice as just the regular editions. However, I really like the cover of this book. It kind of reminded me of like an old movie poster. Now I'm sure most of you had seen my out and about book hunting video that I just did on the haunted bookstore. If not, link is in the description. But I bought a couple books while I was in there, so I'll go ahead and show those. I got Loser by Jerry Spinelli. This is a first edition hardcover, which I have been searching for years now, because when this came out it was really popular and it sold a bunch of copies, so I was expecting to find maybe first edition of this for something like $30 to $40. Nope, it was $7 and it is in great shape. It's brand new. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Also, Browsewell Books does something really good with their hardcovers that have dust jackets. They always wrap the dust jackets in these Mylar slipcovers here. I love these. At some point, I'd love to have all of my hardcovers wrapped in these. However, they're a little pricey, but I'm really glad that the bookstore does it because it keeps the books in really good shape. Also at the bookstore, I picked up Hardy Boys Ghost Stories. This is a very rare copy of this book. This was reprinted and reprinted so many times with so many different covers and all these different editions. And this is a true first edition, first printing, so it's pretty rare. And it is in fantastic shape. There's hardly anything wrong with it at all. And it was only $3.50, so I grabbed it right when I saw it. And then I also picked up A Crooked Little House by A.G. Cascone. This is a 90s YA horror novel, and I love those. I mean, they're not that well written, but they're fun and quick reads. I actually already had a copy of this book, but it was in really ratty condition, and this one is brand new. I mean, this is in absolute flawless condition, so I couldn't ask for a better copy, and it was only $4, so it's mine now. And after I went to that bookstore, I went to another one just down the street. They're an indie bookstore and they sell a lot of new books, and then they have a couple of used ones in there for really good prices. And I've really been in the mood to read some Lois Duncan lately, so I went ahead and picked up a couple of her books that they were selling. I got Stranger with My Face and I Know What You Did Last Summer. I actually had copies of both of these books. However, for I Know What You Did Last Summer, I had the movie cover edition, which is fine, but I really like this cover more. Plus, the copy I had before was in really bad shape, and this one's practically brand new. And then also, I had the older cover of this book with just the two girls on it, and I don't like that cover as much. I much prefer these designs for them because they look a lot better on the shelf. As you can see, they match. That is all for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later. Bye.